Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most harmful.
Men will sit here and say, oh, a woman won't know how to run the country. Bitch, you don't know how to run the dishwasher. You don't know how to run soap and water through your ass crack. The only thing you know how to run is your mouth. So maybe pipe down.
This person has definitely proven that men only know how to run their mouth. Definitely adding to their argument. Here's the thing where, it's like, I guess, a conspiracy that I have. Where you have these people, they are fakes, literally. But they are fake to women. Because these are the people that want to supposedly support women, but behind the scenes, they're trying to usurp women's position. They're trying to take over women's position. Because these are the people that are trying to take over women's sports, women's safe spaces, women's roles. They are doing it, right? Women in the bathroom. You can't feel safe with these people in women's spaces. You can't, because they are two-faced. They are fake. They are lying. And I think that's the problem we're seeing more and more. And, you know, it's beyond me. When men tell you, when men are hating on other men, you're telling on yourself. Maybe you are projecting. Maybe you aren't. Maybe you don't know how to work the dishwasher. Maybe you don't know how to, wash your own ass. I think you're projecting. People like this are projectors. They're fakes. Right? They're lying to the world. I mean, they've shown it consistently how they put on a fake mask. And I'm tired of this shit. This is the thing where, honestly, you can live the life however you want, but you don't. When you want to criticize others, well, be warned that you will receive criticism yourself. And I've been there and I've done that, right? People are allowed to have whatever views they want about me, but that shows you that it goes back and forth. So people like this, I just think they are two-faced. They're liars. What set of standards do they live by? What reality do they live in? I think it's a false reality. So,
can someone tell me what MAGA men find attractive so that I can wear the complete opposite? Thanks.
I think you have it down packed. I don't think you have anything to worry about. To be honest, I'm surprised that you don't try to get as many men as you can to be attracted to you. I would figure you have more problem finding men that are attracted to you. This is a thing where I find amazing with a lot of these liberal women. It's like, you don't like men anyway, so why do you care? Along with like the whole 4B thing that liberal women are trying to adopt, you should be happy. You shouldn't even think about if men are attracted to you, because I doubt they are. I doubt these are the women that men are dying to be with. I doubt that, because attracted or not, personality, they are garbage. Personality-wise, they are the most ugliest women around. Personality-wise, just personality-wise. Now, you add in look, just forget about it. I'm surprised that men even look your way. So, it's absolutely ridiculous that you even care if men are attracted to you. I can't see her having a problem with it.
I've been seeing a lot of women on social media shave their heads for the reason to repel men. And if this is your reasoning, you should not do it. And literally the reason being that men are really, really attracted to this. You will attract men more than ever. You will get strange messages on social media. There are also pages on social media dedicated to women shaving their heads. Strange, right? Because I was unaware. But if you want to shave your head for yourself, to start connecting to who you are more, to feel more connected to your femininity, to embrace who you are, and just look like an overall badass, then yes, you should definitely shave your head. But you should also do it when you're ready. So if you are not ready to let go of your hair yet, don't do it, because it takes a while to grow back. But if you've been thinking about it for a while, I highly recommend it.
Let me say my 2 cents, a counterpoint. Men aren't attracted to it. Men aren't attracted to it. But here's something that a lot of women don't understand. Men do a lot of things for the game. The men that would even bother with women like this, because obviously personality is out the wall, because these women would be annoying to be with. But the thing is that why men are attracted to this, because men see it as a game. Not men, players, the bad boys, the Pookies, the Ray Rays. The men that don't give a shit. Men that see you as a game. See you as, you know what, someone to put on their notch. Right? That's the thing. Those are the type of men that you think are attracted to it. Men that think that you are hard to get. Just like there are a group of men that will go after lesbians or the butch women, whatever, because they see it as a game. And I think those are shitty men, because why bother? Because you're just playing a game. You're just trying to get a woman's body and say, oh, I got her, because I know that she's hard to get, so I did everything I can to get her body. I think that's a shitty person, in my opinion. But here's the thing, like I said, I personally, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I personally believe men in general aren't attracted to that. They're not. But like I said, the men that you perceive that are attracted to it are the men that are shitty and believe that women like this are a game to be conquered. That's the thing. That's the, in my opinion, the honest truth. Also continue with, I guess, maybe a controversial or more controversial opinion. That is not feminine looking. That is not empowering. That's honestly, in my view, very unstable. Like you want to, I mean, maybe it's empowering because you want to break the stereotype, the image of a woman, but that doesn't necessarily make it seem feminine, in my opinion. But it's only my opinion. I just think that's lack of femininity. That's lack of power, but a show of instability. I mean, Britney didn't really show her femininity nor, girl power when she went crazy. So that's the image I have. So I don't know.
Do you ever look at an ugly guy that comes up to hit on you and think, wow, it must be nice to be that delusional?
This is why I'd rather be humble than delusional. It's like you have no self-awareness. It's like you have the entitlement, the audacity to call someone ugly when you're no one special. You're average at best, and I'm being kind. The epitome of the pot calling the kettle black. It's literally having no really self-awareness that when you are no one special, calling other people ugly is absolutely disgusting to me. It shows you how egotistical you are and how truly delusional you are. And this is something I never can understand. Do women understand what if that was them? Right? The roles were reversed. People were calling them ugly. It seems like I'm always fascinated that women are fine with, I don't know, they understand, let's say this, right? They understand the role of being the victim, yet they are fine with reversing the role and becoming the abuser. I can never understand it. It's like you're fine with calling other people ugly, yet if that was you, people were calling you ugly, you're upset. I can never understand that, right? This is a thing where if you can't accept the same energy back, don't put that energy out there. But I really can't. I mean, I would think, right, out of the two genders, men and women who are supposedly more sympathetic, more empathetic, would understand that, would not want to become the abuser because they understand what it is to be the victim. I would think that. But more and more women show me that they don't care. Because if the roles were reversed, they would gladly be the abuser. They would gladly have the power and use it for abuse instead of being the bigger person and fighting for equality. I've seen that more and more, that people you see that supposedly were the victim, if it was reversed, that now they have the power, they would gladly, or sometimes maybe unknowingly, become the abuser and make people to become victims. So, then how can you be so angry or upset about the abusers of this world when you yourself, if you had the power, you would be just the same?
Would you be okay with your daughter doing this?
Yes,
You'd be okay?
but it depends on what you did. Because for me,
Like what she did?
no, if for me, I'm okay with my daughter doing that's because I'm doing it, right? But if it's someone who has a daughter and they're not doing and her daughter's selling all that stuff online, they might not be as okay with it. But even if I wasn't doing I'd say I would be okay because I have the same mindset where if that's what you want to do, then that's what you're gonna do, then you're gonna have to do it.
And then you wonder why statistically single fathers raise better productive adults than single mothers statistically. This is the thing where a lot of women don't realize that they themselves are why generational curses repeat themselves. Why it's a cycle. Because you do not promote, you do not teach against bad behavior. That's the thing where a lot of women, they're very emotional in the sense that they cater. They're very forgiving, which is okay to a sense, but this is the thing where they allow their kids to do whatever the kids want to do, instead of, you know what, thinking what is best for them. Because you're the adult. You should be the one who's more wise. You should be the one who understands the world. Because for a mom or for a woman to not understand that doing these things can lead to more likely bad results in life is why you are failing the next generation. And women really can't understand that. Women can't understand bad behavior, accountability, consequences to your actions. Women can't, because women really, a lot of women, not all women, they have the mentality to live in the moment, not think about how the future, how your actions now can affect your future, because they live in a delusional, very fanciful world where, oh, it's going to end up well. I could do the OnlyFans, I could run the streets, I could do whatever, get with bad men, all this shit, and then down the road when I'm 30, 40, I will get the man I want, the marriage I want, and the kids I want, the career I want. That's how a lot of women think. They think that they can have it all. They can do whatever they want now, and who cares about the future because I will have it all. Is that hopeful feeling? Which is very delusional, nice, I guess. But I think a lot of women think that, where, oh, it doesn't matter what I do now, I will have it all later on. Hopium. And that's the poison a lot of women are suffering through. And why I say generational curses, I think that goes along with the single motherhood, where they don't actually actively teach against it. They don't really make it strict. So since they are a single mom, their mom is a single mom, their grandmom is a single mom, their kids, boy or girl, will either produce single moms or become single moms, because they don't actively prevent it or teach against it. They don't. So that's why I say and again, they will produce generational curses because of things like
the men in red states. I'm someone who's from Texas. I spent 22 years in Texas. I'm 23 right now, and I'm very privileged and lucky to be living in a blue state right now in New York, where my rights are for the most part very protected and relatively safer living here than I did in Texas, much safer actually. But if you are a man in a red state and in Texas, take time out of your day, out of your week to reach out to the women in your life, people of color in your life, queer people in your life, and check in on them. Make sure that they know that they are supported and that they can feel safe with you and around you. There are so many great men in the world and in the South and in Texas, and I do hope that you continue to put in the work, and continue to help people around you.
Now, I think it's cool that you move to wherever you feel safe. I mean, perfectly for that. That's kind of the freedom to be able to move to whatever state. This is the thing where Trump being elected is not making women unsafe, not making people of color unsafe, not making people of the alphabet community unsafe. It's not. The rhetoric is just really, and then it's just weird. It really is. And no one says what rhetoric is making them unsafe. The abortion thing, he's putting into the right of the state. So you move to a state that follows your belief perfectly fine. Everyone else, they have equal rights, the same rights as other people. I mean, the only thing I can think about is like not wanting, men in women's spaces. Is that so terrible? Besides that, I just find it's sad that how mentally weak the left is. To cry, to be so depressed about an election is beyond me. These presidents, although they may affect your life, they're not going to drastically change it. It's not like you're going to be, 1 minute you're middle class, the next minute you're dirt poor. It's not really. It's not like 1 minute you're free, the next minute you're in prison just because of a president. It's like we really got to touch grass, like understand, comprehend the magnitude. Trump, we've had him as a president. People didn't it wasn't like the apocalypse. So really, people got really calmed down, because it just shows you how mentally unstable a lot of people are, because you make it so serious. It's a bit too much. I mean, I would say the same thing whether it's right or left. It's like calm down. It is not needed to be so emotional about it.
How many bodies did you have before you caught, and then how many do you have after? And I just want to see where you're at with your sex life. And it's just anybody that also is worried about HSV2, and also you're doing this for the women out there, even men out there. So how many bodies would you approximate that you had before and then after you were contracted?
So since everybody thinks I'm already nasty bitch, I don't give a fuck about telling my body count. So Gucci was 44. Okay. I am now at 58. So during the time, and listen. After Gucci, right? Before I found out that I had herpes.
I'm sorry, this is why I have no sympathy for women, because she became a little bit known because she was crying online because getting herpes from this guy, Gucci third leg, whatever. And it's like he was her 44th body. She was, what is it, 19 at the time when she. I don't have sympathy for women for their supposed crazy ass stupid problems, because they made it themselves. Women that contributed to their problems and then cry about it is ridiculous. Because she wouldn't cry about it like, oh my god, like this man, he gave me this and he's taking advantage of a woman. Is he? Is he? Because the guy, Gucci third leg, whatever, he's a shitty man to begin with. You knew it beforehand. This is the thing with a lot of women, where they know bad men when they see it, they choose to ignore it. So when you choose to ignore it and go for these men anyway, why should men be sympathetic? This is the thing where I honestly believe it's, in my opinion, it's rare for men to take advantage of women. Because unless you think women are stupid, I think it's rare for men to take advantage of women. Because a lot of times, in my opinion, women know bad men when they see it. They just choose to ignore it. They choose to ignore the red flags, and they deal with this man anyway. So this is, and you know why? They also show a history of choosing bad men. They have a history of bad decision making. So could you be surprised that they don't care if they make a bad decision? They don't. Because again, I think the guy is like, he's had sex with a lot of women, and it's not a secret. It's not a secret. You just chose to ignore these certain facts that would show that this guy is lacking morality. He's a terrible character. He's not a great human being. You choose to ignore it. And here's the thing also. I don't have sympathy for the men that deal with women like this. I'll hold it. I'll be straight up. I don't have sympathy for the men that will still deal with this type of women, because this woman has a high body count, and you just wouldn't have sex with her. You think there's no consequences to it? That's why the 18 or whatever, the dozen men afterwards, after that man, after she got herpes, well, now these other men have it too. So great. I mean, now these men will spread it around. It's like, that's why you have to be. I miss the idea of treating your body like a temple, caring about your body. Like, your body should be a treasure that someone you love deserves. Not just everybody deserves it.